development. Wow. BDNews24.com reported 6 February 2023. The present population for Bangladesh is 60 crore 98 lakh 28,911. This is a huge population for Bangladesh. But dear opponents, can you imagine how much electricity is needed for this population? I'm trying to give you a clear idea. Here, BBC News reported on 26 January 2024. Number title, Even if there is capacity, why the production of electricity as particularly the big challenge of this time? There, it was narrated even a few years ago. Bangladesh was dependent on gas for electricity generation. Currently, gas's depend is less than 50%. Not enough gas is available for power generation from its own gas field. Bangladesh is now trying to meet up the crisis by importing LNG in addition to gas. The use of oil and coal has been increased in power generation. Majority, the oil and coal has to be imported from abroad. Dear opponents, do you know what does this report prove? This report proves that Bangladesh doesn't have enough resources. According to this report, we can say lack of resources is the main obstacle to economic development. Obviously, Bangladesh or any other country's development must be hindered if she doesn't have enough resources. However, here present honorable moderator, respected judges, teachers, the guardians, operators, and followers, who are stage and before me. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Salman Sami, first debater against the motion. Respected judges, we know if we want to protect electricity generation, we need coal. But Bangladesh has only one coal mine, which is situated in Dinaspur area. It was discovered in 1985. Coal limits the 390 million tons, but we need more than bituminous coal is available here. In every year, we have to import million tons of coal from India, Indonesia, Malaysia. So we have lacking of coal. The IMF published a report, News Fabrics. According to this report, Sweden ranks among the poorest countries in the world. The remaining countries are Burundi, Central Republic Africa, Democratic Republic Congo, Mozambique, Malawi, Niger, Chad, Liberia, and Madagascar. If you look for the reason behind the poverty of these countries, we will find the lack of resources or primary resources. Honorable moderator, both the media have shown the lack of resources as the reason for this. Due to the lack of resources, people in this country are absolutely need and suffering. They are far from the civilization of the present world. People are suffering from malnutrition all over Africa. When you look at them, you can see skeletal people, sick people. In addition, because of the lack of resources, there is an instability in African countries. Theft, robbery, murder, disappearances, and news of crimes are often appearing in front of the world media. Honorable moderator, the next speaker of my team will surely show evidence by discussing issue in details. Respected judges, today we are debating on a worldwide topic, which is very important for our economy. Gradually, we will show all evidence against the motion. At present, those countries who are developing the economy, obviously, they established green access resources like Singapore, Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Oman, etc. countries. Thank you to Mr. Moderator, thank you to all.
Well done, Salman Sami. The first speaker against the motion, who is representing the team Mars. His logical expression was very nice for me. Now it's the turn to Nurjahan Sultana. Well done, Salman Sami. Your logical expression against the motion is very praiseworthy. And this is the turn to Nurjahan Sultana, the second speaker, who is representing the team Velas. I invite Nurjahan Sultana. Please place your debate.
Thanks, Honorable Moderator, for giving me the floor. Today I am very reminded of a real example. My elder brother's uncle, father-in-law's younger brother is an expatriate in Australia. We went to goodbye him when he was going back to Australia after a holiday in the country. I asked him, "By which train are you going on?" Honorable Moderator, the answer was just like this. "Here, Turkish." I asked him again, "Why are you not going by Bangladesh Viman?" The answer was just like that. Life security is first, then I will think about the government and management of Bangladesh women is not better than other airlines. So tell me, why should I go by Bangladesh women? I'm good. Despite the presence of Bangladesh Airlines, people of Bangladesh are interested in flying by other countries' airlines. And that's why Bangladesh women is suffering economically. Bangladesh lags behind. Today, we like to identify this problem as mismanagement or management efficiency. However, here present are monitor, respected judges, teachers, students, guardian, audience, and my opponents. Please take my reading. Assalamualaikum. The wonderful debate is going on, and we are debating. Today's debate topic is not the lack of resources, but inefficiency in management is the main obstacle to economic development. I'm Nurjan Sultana. I'm second debater for the motion. Respected judges and audience, each of you noticed that the while was talking about scarcity and scarcity. What is scarcity? Lack of funds. Honorable Moderator and judges, there is a proverb in Bengali. That means the wealth or money is the root of all illusions and future. And dear opponents, brother, what do we need to do with so much wealth? Firstly, you should ensure proper use and management of those that is it. Then the country will automatically reach the target or position smoothly. Otherwise, whatever wealth you have, your economy will disappear like a quicksand. Let's talk about Singapore. The total land area of Singapore is only 699 square kilometers. They got independent in 1965. Let me explain better for us. Singapore has one of the most developed economies in South Asia, but Singapore was never dependent on manufacturing and exporting. They are always depending importing of goods, especially food products. Honorable Moderator, the Daily Noise is dated on 14th September 2024. Name the title, "Khonij Prakritik Sompodher Byabhar Hote Hobe Susto." Yet the report is stated the country joined Federation of Malaya Africa independent in 1963, expelled from Malaya in 1965. The Prime Minister of that time, Lee Kuan Yew, regretfully said, "What will happen to us now? How can I live? Singapore has no land, nowhere to farm in this situation. The country focuses on import and export of goods to self-sufficiency. The port was developed as an import and export of center by exploring a geographical location. A market-based economic takes hold. This is the foundation of the country. Now refinement and import of exporting products. Now Singapore is number 40 in terms of export in the world and 15th most in import. Due to its backward nature. Corruption-free environment, skilled workforce, strong infrastructure, and low taxes. It has become the most foreign investment country in the world. Analysis was published by the Daily Journal on 9/2024. Name the title, "Thailand Development AGA." Here the report is stated the country joined Thailand was once an agricultural country like us, neither did practically no service as good as we wanted. Rather, it was noticed as the country lived in prostitution. That country is now not only poor Bangladesh, but has become the medical center of many countries in the world. Croatia, they even have educated daughter, even after 52 years of independence. Why do you have this mission in the health sector? Why do you have this Why do you have to go to India, Thailand, Singapore, run around? I think that this copy will provide our university. Thanks to all.
Excellent performance. Really excellent performance by Nurjan Sultana, who is representing the team banners and who is for the motion. And you have explained the complex ideas in simple way. Now it's the time to Isana Rahman Payal. She is representing Team March and she is against the motion. I welcome Sana Rahman Fire. The stage is yours.
Balances between development, environment, or progress development. It is necessary to meet the needs of the present generation and the future generation. It is necessary to have a good economic growth. Economic growth and development is totally dependent on the wealth and resources. If you don't have resources, you have nothing. But if you have something, you can get many more, acquire many things or anything. Debating is continuous, so we are a debater. Today's debate topic is not the lack of resources, but efficiency management is the main obstacle to economic development. Here present honorable moderators, respected judges, teachers, students, my dear opponents, housewarmers, audience and guardians, ladies and gentlemen who are before me. At first, please take my heartfelt love and greetings. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Pal Ihsan Rahman Pal, second speaker from against the motion. Honorable moderator, my dear opponent, second speaker was trying to make us misunderstood by giving us some casual information. She told us about Turkish and Biman Bangladesh, about Singapore and its economic background, and about Thailand and its economic growth rate. Honorable moderator, my dear opponent, second speaker is very clever because thought she told us about some economic wealth management issues. But she didn't inform us of the types of resources Singapore has. Honorable moderator, Singapore has one of the best skilled manpower of the world. They have workers, oil, fuel, coal refinery, gold refinery, and a lot of gas resources, which are all the resources of a country. Dear opponent, why did you reflect this information? Honorable moderator, resources not only such things which is or are exchangeable by money or any other things. Singapore has fewer resources, but they have the most powerful resources like people. Yes, moderator, no better resources are available than people. People, skilled people, any kinds of natural resources fail or not. But skilled manpower won't even end. That's why Meghalaya, I might tell. Manush bujle shonar manush pabi. And that's why Singapore has great terminal economy. Otherwise, we will find Singapore a low-level economic country. Bangladesh has so many good doctors and hospitals, but when we have in critical diseases, we go to Singapore, Thailand, or our neighboring country, India, for better treatment. Not only go there, but also showing teeth and upload pics on Facebook. Dear opponent, question is remained to that. The whole country has so many good doctors and hospitals. Why are we going abroad for better treatment? Honorable Minister, if we have resources and skilled doctors and nurses, we could or would get expected treatment here in Bangladesh. I am showing you some reference for which we cannot grow economically. This was a news which was published on 31st May 2021 by Bangla Review. They guided, যে কারণে মানসম্পন্ন চিকিৎসা শিক্ষা পদ্ধতিতে করতে হবে. There was a next question for two. What extent of the permanent educational institution of Bangladesh able to play a role in this development of high medical care, educational research, and able to meet that? We strip the surplus of Vietnam in the government market, but it doesn't hurt in confidence when Vietnam developed. WHO approved the RT-PCR test kit set. Honorable moderator, in the beginning of Corona, far from being able to make an anti-genetic body kit, there was no ability to reliably test performance on the ready-made kit. Was it unreasonable to expect our academic institutions to be able to cooperate and make a vaccine of their own? Honorable moderator, this is not just a mismanagement or a management efficiency, rather it is lack of resources. If you don't have resources, then plan or management can do nothing. Dear opponent, if you are able to express my words, please do it with logic. Thank you.
In classic presentation by Sana Rahman Fire, who is representing the team March and who is against the motion, you argument in literate way has really made this argument more and more charming and intriguing. Now is the turn to Tanha Islam for the motion. She is from Team Venus. And Tanha, we are eager to hear your arguments.
Mountainous resources can be drained by the inefficiency stated by Franz Scholar Henrico. Thanks to Honorable Moderator for giving me the floor. Honorable Moderator, before starting my main speech, I want to give the institutional answer. Dear opponent asked me that though we have doctor, hospital, nurses, why we go to abroad for that achievement? Take the answer, dear opponent, we go to abroad for high achievement, not for the lack of resources. Rather, it is not that a country is naturally self-sufficient by itself. Hope you got your answer, dear opponent. However, here is the honorable moderator, respected judges, opponents, fellows, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum. The debate is ongoing. The topic of today's debate is not the lack of resources, but the inefficiency measure, the main obstacle to the economic development. My team and I hold this topic full-heartedly. So, I strongly stand for it. Honorable moderator and judges, I want to show you a news which was also cited by Pratham Alo. The news was, কেন স্বাস্থ্যখাতের বাজেটে জিডিপি 2% বরাদ্দ প্রয়োজন? There was said for more than 2 decades Bangladesh budget allocation has been less than 1% of gross domestic product. According to the latest data on World Bank website, South Asian countries accounted for 9.1% of gross domestic product. Maldives 9.1%, Bhutan 3.4%, Afghanistan 1.9%, our neighboring country India 1.1%, and Bangladesh only 0.47%, honorable moderator, allocated to the health sector. The two industrialists countries are United States, the United Kingdom allocated 10.7 and 10.2% of their GDP in budget respectively. Their wise opponent, you country Bangladesh is doctor, hospital, nurse, money budgeting every year. So it proves you have resources that you are lack of inefficiency management. But honorable moderator, my opponent second speaker just came and sang Allah also, then left the stage. But she couldn't focus on his main topic. Couldn't explain her topic was clear. My honorable presence. We know that food is called the golden fiber of Bengal. It is our resources. We can get it for currency by exporting and importing. But it is a pity that half of countries are now closed due to management inefficiency. The government also paid a review. Here it is that it says there have been 178 jewelers in the country. 178 are in operation. Honorable moderator, BBC Bangla also stated how India is benefited by Bangladesh jute. Well, honorable moderator, also there is a huge demand for jute product produced in Bangladesh outside the world. The country state won the jute mills at the losses year after year. But India buys jute raw materials from Bangladesh and sells it to abroad through processing and making profit. Dear wise opponent, your country Bangladesh jute is your resources. With that resources, your neighboring country India is economically dependent than you. But why can you and your country call it lack of resources or inefficiency management? Honorable moderator, suppose you want to spend some time with your family at the beach, then surely you will be eager to go to Bangladesh because it is the longest sea beach in the world. There are many beaches in the world like Long Beach in USA, Patina Sea Beach in Thailand, Margilia Sea Beach in USA. All the beaches of the world are earning foreign currency day by day. But the Bangladesh Sea Beach of Bangladesh are drawing in failure there. Your opponent, there are views by Shamar TV regarding this. First Voyager Homna বিদেশি পর্যটক টানতে ব্যর্থ কেন? Dear wise opponent, your country Bangladesh has first Voyager Sea Beach. Do you have any answer of my question? Do you have, dear opponent?
Keep it up, Tanha. Your argument is really dynamic and you have placed your argument with great and bold confidence. I really appreciate your enthusiasm. And now is the time for the third speaker from the team March, Jannatul Firdaus, and you are against the motion. Jannatul Firdaus, we are here awaiting for you presentation. Please take the stage.
Infrastructure collapsed one by one, day by merchant. Therefore, so Bangladesh's economy and Jansanjur economy in a small level. If there is scarcity of resources all over your country, you can't substitute one or two resources which instead are here and there. But disaster will become more and more severe for you, like the purpose. Because if scarcity was not to fill the gap or else, otherwise we can do this people like Homna. When rooting itself in the base of the tree, the leaves and branches are not there. A plant is always just like a root of tree. If there is no web, all the management including products like jute, sugar, tea, as well collapse. This is the reason why India is making huge profit by buying it from Bangladesh. This is why we can really get them in anything but that sector. During the COVID pandemic, Vietnam discovered the corona vaccine, but we, the people of Bangladesh, are critical for having a little vaccine. Therefore, the third speaker, we got a logic answer. Here, President Honorable Moderator, with judges, my teachers, for the partners, the parliament, students, audience, ladies and gentlemen, please take the evening. Assalamu alaikum. The debate is going. We are debating on not the lack of resources, but inefficiency management is the main obstacle to economic development. I am Dr. Fedus. I hold a promotion strongly. First, I want to clear my position by giving an example. This news was on February 2022 in Position 1. They stated, and actually the cry of a last child. Here, Mr. was left upside down after losing his leg in a road accident. Now he has to live a helpless life due to paralysis. They also said he had to spend a long time without food, as he didn't know resources for economic independence. Honorable Moderator, finally he is going to bed. Honorable Moderator, what can be more difficult than this? Honorable Moderator, if Mr. Moderator had the wealth of resources, he would not have had to beg even if blackness of his last community. Honorable Moderator, there are 1,000 million examples available in the world. So upon it is my humble question. How do you run management in efficiency with that institution, with their tech and people? Question remains. Honorable Moderator, there is a priority number. So the meaning of this problem is if there is been all parts of the body. Why will the medicine be used? Honorable Moderator, this one happens to my favorite opponent. The matter who is there debating is cut, torn, blistered, broken in everywhere. In fact, they don't know why to teach, why to apply weapon, and why to judge. And they're getting laughed on Honorable Moderator. We need to be saved by resources, we also need manpower or talent. There is like out of half the we are falling behind due to the lack of their talent. This is the Bangladesh satellite mark, which is only satellite. It was built by Thales Air Company friends. The opponent, why can't you try to make a big satellite? Because you don't have resources and the talent. 2,765 crore or $248 million was spent on construction and launch. It's a huge amount, but it doesn't end here. This is a picture of Deep Honor Bridge. It was also built by China Major Bridge Company. And it also has 31,000 crore Bangladesh taka. The opponent, why was so much money in such a four company talking an hour? Which is very starting to make sense. Honorable Moderator, if we have the talent, technology, skill, and power, we can clear this switching with the people of China. Thank you, Moderator. Thank you all.
Superb delivery by General Petrus. Your arguments were nicely designed. Now is the time to place arguments by Lamia Hossain Ali and the fourth speaker from the team banners, and you are going to represent the team banners and you are in favor of the motion.
Resources provide the courage to move forward in effective management and shared success. Stated by John John. Here present, honorable moderators, respected judges, teachers, your opponents, students, and audience are in front of me. Please take my greeting. Assalamu alaikum. The debate is going on, not the lack of resources, but the inefficiency in management is the main obstacle to economic development. I'm solely hopeful emotion. Honorable moderator, let's look at Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Oman, etc. Middle East countries, now they're called developed countries from Bangladesh, India, Nepal, Bhutan, etc. Countries people go to their countries in search of better livelihood. But what resources do they have? Honorable moderator, these countries only have a few or less resources compared to Bangladesh, India, Nepal, Bhutan, etc. Many countries in the Middle East are now trying to reduce the dependence on oil and gas by delivering their economy. As a result, new sectors of economy are emerging, such as tourism, healthcare, education, and technology. Along with this, the Middle East is undergoing kind of digital transformation. It is now the fastest growing region in the world in terms of internet and connectivity. The International Monetary Fund (IMF) estimates in 2023 that the growth rate for the non-oil economy sectors was 4.2%, while the oil sector's growth was only 1.9%. In addition, last year the Middle East attracted 6% foreign direct investment by well management, which is up from 3% the previous year. Dear opponents, India wants to take your country to the peak of development cannot serve the evidence of that foreign investment and industry. Dear opponents, I'm going to give you some evidence of incompetence or inefficiency in management. There is some news headlines on my hand. From Calendar Control, in the month of Ramadan, there is instability in the daily commodity market. From Pakamalo, the prices of fasting products increased before fasting again. From Deutsche Welle, reasons why price contracts and fasting have not succeeded. I will monitor in every month of Ramadan, the prices of fasting products increases in the headlines. I will monitor and I'm going to give you some evidence of well management in economic marketplace. A news was published in Calendar on 11 March 2024. They stated the prices of fasting products decreased in the month of Ramadan in the Middle East. Another news was published in Qatar. More than 800 products price has been reduced for fasting people. Honorable moderator, in every month of Ramadan, on the other hand, in every month of Ramadan, the price of fasting products reduced in the heavens. Honorable moderator, the situation like Qatar is called efficiency in management. On the other hand, the situation like Bangladesh is called inefficiency in management. Thanks to moderator.
The winner is Lamia Hossan Aina, representing the team banner and placing an argument for the motion is really praiseworthy. I appreciate you. I appreciate your performance. Now, I welcome Afroza, the fourth speaker from the team march. Afroza, you are going to place your argument against the motion. Please proceed.
Thanks to Mr. Moderator. Scottish philosopher is an advanced state. To raise wealth is a means of tomorrow's product. It means if you have resources, it will help you in any product. Here present, honorable moderator, respected judges, teachers, students, your opponents, vice fellows, ladies and gentlemen who are on the stage and before me. Please take my heartfelt loving greetings. Assalamu alaikum. After Akhtar, fourth speaker against the motion. A wonderful debate is going on. Today's debate topic is not the lack of resources, but inefficiency in management is the main obstacle to economic development. But my team and I want to say logically, lack of resources is the main obstacle to economic development. Honorable moderator, I am not just saying it casually or orally. The previous three speakers of my team have provided ample data and arguments on this matter. I am also planning to present some key evidence to you. First of all, I would like to address the fourth speaker from the opposing team. what she said to us. She spoke about various Muslim countries including Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, Kuwait, and trying to explain this is that these countries are surrounded by desert. They don't produce much crop. She also attempted to suggest that it is only due to management efficiency that these countries are economically prosperous today. How self-focused you are. Dear opponent, I am very sorry to say that I guess you don't have a good idea about the Middle East economy because you have delivered a single word about the main driving force of Middle East economy. Dear opponents, do you know, in addition to mineral oil, Saudi Arabia has natural resources like gold, silver, zinc, iron, etc. Dear opponents, why do they talk about these resources? Resources are the Middle East. Avoiding the resources of all called gases, how they can only accept well management is the main tool of economic development, where one body or 11.66 gram of gold costs around 1 lakh taka in Bangladesh, and most of the countries have such gold mines. Honorable moderator, I should show you that these countries have developed so much by exporting these resources of all called gas to the whole world. Honorable moderator, a new experiment published on Chama TV on 2nd July 2023 with title World Treasure. How much oil does the country have? There was stated only Saudi Arabia meets 70% of world's oil demand. They also told that Saudi Arabia is the second leading country in oil production. I repeat it, my opponents. Saudi Arabia is the second leading country in oil production. Can you guess, opponents? Honorable moderator, this is not just the end. The news again said that 50% of Saudi's GDP depends on energy. 85% of country's export income come from oil sales. But the member of opposition claimed that Middle East is covered by desert, no significant resources. That's why no one should speak without knowing anything. Honorable moderator, let's take a look at United Arab Emirates. The UAE ranks 7th in terms of oil extraction. As in 2022, the UAE produces 4.51 million barrels of oil per day, whereas Saudi Arabia produces 1,44,000 barrels of oil per day. The UAE produces 5.6% of world's energy reserve. Kuwait also produces an average of 3 million minimum barrels of oil per day. Apart from this, 95% of countries' export earnings depend on energy. Thanks to Mr. Moderator, thanks to us.
A protester against the motion was placing sharp and analytical logic against the motion. I am really impressed by her arguments. Now we are at the refutation stage. In this stage,
Samia, camera take focus.
now I welcome Mr. Fahad, is the team leader from Team Vedas. Fahad, you are going to place your argument for the motion.
Focus on camera.
Hello? Check.
Thanks, Honorable Moderator, for giving me the chance to deliver my speech. Honorable Moderator, there is a proverb in Bangla that says, the meaning of this proverb is, freedom is harder to defend than to gain. Resource is like protecting freedom, because if there is no proper management of resources, the grip of subjugation comes under the threat. However, here is an honorable moderator, respected judges, teachers, opponents, students, and my fellow men, please accept my greetings. Assalamu alaikum. A wonderful debate is going on, and today we are debating on the topic, not the lack of resources, but the efficiency in management is the main obstacle to economic development. Honorable moderator, I want to say obviously not the lack of resources, but the efficiency in management is the main obstacle to economic development. And as Fahad, as your leader for the motion, I'm making a point to share with some factual facts. Date and statistics. Honorable Moderator, here's some news headlines from my head. I'm showing you the first one about various headlines which was published by Bothamala on 15th September 2024. They said, Aiche, Babishi, Bangabandhu satellite Boshore 66 koti taka loksan. That means Bangabandhu satellite 1 is making a loss of 66 crore taka annually. Expenditure is more than income. Another one is daily star. They made a critical and hard headline in Bengali. They said, Aresh Shadati, Bangabandhu satellite. Dear opponents, can you tell me why there is so much news about our country and our country's development? This satellite is also a resource of our country, but due to inefficiency in management, this resource is making a loss instead of benefit to the country. Honorable Moderator, the Daily Star stated in this regard that so far, the state-owned company BSCL set up to operate this satellite has not deposited a single penny into the state exchequer. Honorable Moderator and judges, our country's economic development is good if the management is good in our direction. If there is a fire in the city, is there everywhere? No, Honorable Moderator, mismanagement fire exists everywhere in this country. In that fire, all the resources will be burned because mismanagement burns every resources. It hurts me to think about this thing, Honorable Moderator. There's the news of Bangla Tribune. Mineral resources are probably even used today. That's also stated till 2019. Currently, gas is the main mineral resource of the country. So far, the number of gas fields discovered in the country is 27 out of 27.91 TCF reserve of gas. 6.44 TCF have already been extracted, and the remaining gas is 11.47 TCF. Honorable Moderator, our country's road and highways are one of the driving force behind its economic development. Let's see the impact of inefficiency in management in road constructing first of traffic jam. The Daily Amar on 17th February 2019, Dhaka is the most congested city in the world. They said Dhaka is one of the first world place, followed by the city of Kolkata in India. New Delhi in third position, and capital of Kenya ranks fourth in the term of traffic congestion. Honorable Moderator, as they say that for traffic congestion per hour, Bangladesh makes a loss about to 10 crore taka. India loses 25 crore rupees, and Kenya loses 9 crore for traffic congestion. Dear opponents, can you tell me which resources are utilized in this question? I don't have to answer to that. Well, dear opponents, then let's come and say with harmony, inefficiency in management is the main obstacle to economic development.
Sure, okay. Sure, delivered by Mr. Fan, team leader of Venus, and he represented, for the motion. And this is the time for Samiatul Farhana, another team leader from the team March, and you are going to place your argument against the motion. Samiatul Farhana.
Thanks to Mr. Monitor for giving me the floor. Once Italian philosopher Lavanda said, the main foundation of a country or nation is built depending on resources. And one of those resources is skill and power, talent, mineral resources and free talent. Mighty man, I completely agree with Lavanda Vasab, represent honorable moderator, respected judges, dear offers, guidance, dear opponents, and ladies and gentlemen, please take my heartfelt love and greetings. Assalamu alaikum. I am Samiatul Farhana, team leader against the motion. Honorable moderator, wonderful debate is going on. We are debating on not the lack of resources, but the inefficiency in management is the main obstacle to economic development. But mighty man, I want to say logically that lack of resources is the main obstacle to economic development. Yes, Mr. Moderator, lack of resources is the main obstacle to economic development. Honorable Moderator, let's explore the case of Niger. Despite its strategic management efforts and policies, Niger remains one of the poorest countries in the world economy. Why, Moderator? Simply, Moderator, it lacks of essential land and water, which are crucial for agriculture and all other economic substance. Information collected from www.wikipedia.com and the Dawn online portal. Honorable Moderator, let's take a look at how many countries in the world are suffering due to lack of resources. resources. We will focus on a few countries in Africa, among them South Sudan, Malawi, Eritrea, Liberia, Somalia, Niger, Burundi, Chad, Madagascar, etc. countries. Honorable Moderator, the Daily Toronto and the Daily Shomatin Online News and title headlines. The 10 poorest countries in the world are all in Africa. Honorable Moderator, let's take a look at what the world media is saying about the economy. Honorable Moderator, they have likened this economic collapse to a very deadly disease. Honorable Moderator, why did they compare it to a very deadly disease? The answer is very true. Due to lack of resources and fragile economy, the average life expectancy of the people in this country is decreasing. Infant mortality rate is increasing and maternal mortality is also increasing. They are stating with a loud and clear voice. Honorable Moderator, African economy refers to the trade, industry and wealth of the people of the African continent. Currently, there are 890 million people living in 54 different countries in Africa. Africa is the poorest continent in the world. Although parts of this continent have managed to achieve significant growth in these recent years. 25 of its countries ranked lowest among the 175 countries in the United Nations Human Development Report. This is mainly due to historical instability. Decolonization of Africa created imbalances on the continent and took a turn for worse during Cold War. Widespread corruption and nepotism in the political arena has fueled the weaknesses of the African economy. Honorable Moderator, compared to countries in Asia, Latin America, Africa has stagnated or fallen back in international trade investment, per capita income, and all other economic growth indicators. Poverty has reduced life expectancy, increased violence and instability, and driving the economy farther backward in this vicious circle. Many attempts to improve isolated African countries have been taken over the years, but they have failed. However, recent data shows that parts of the continent, especially sub-Saharan Africa, are beginning to catch up with the rest of the world. Africa's fastest growing economic growth rates are significantly higher than the world average. Honorable Moderator, the fastest growing economic growth rate in 2007, Mauritania 19.8%, Angola 7.6%, Mozambique 9.6%, and Malaya 7.8%. Honorable Moderator, I am showing a picture now. This is the picture you are looking at. In this picture, the children are being taught on the walls of the mud houses of the African country of Burundi. Can my respected opposition directors tell us as to what is the government of Burundi? We will wait for answer. Honorable Moderator, in today's digital world, cannot do anything without resources, be it permanent or temporary resources. Suppose you want to run a business, but you need resources, which means capital. Without resources, you cannot do anything, because the main power is wealth and resources, and all management depends on resources. And the word management is basically dependent on resources, because without wealth and resources, you don't have the condition to manage anything. Honorable Moderator, if you want to live a happy, beautiful, orderly life, you need resources. That's why countries like Somalia, Niger, Burundi are today under attack. Honorable Moderator, showing you another picture. This picture is collected from BBC television channel. In this picture, the children's mouth and even the entire body is rotting. Flies, insects, etc. in the body burn. Can my respected opposing debaters tell us why are these children, why can't you in the body burn? Why are they not getting the treatment? My chest burst into tears when I saw them. Respected opposing debaters, any of your good management can remove this unbearable pain from their lives. Honorable Moderator, if they had resources, the would have been strong. They would have been able to afford medical treatment. They could enjoy life. They could be disciplined. But alas, even in the 21st century, they are leading an inhuman life today. The world looks at them with pity. So let's not argue logically. Lack of resources is the main obstacle to economic development. Thank you very much.
Constructed
The audience?
bold stance against the logic. Really praise of the performance by Samiatul Parhana, the team leader of Team March, and
হাত তালে কাউন্ট করুন What's up? Going on.
Now I would like to request all the present here for clapping your hands for 1 minute. Can I start? We are taking a video. Dear guardians, please clap your hands for 1 minute.
Claro.
Now we clap for them. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Silence. Silence.
We are at the repetition stage. We are enjoying a nice debating competition by the young talents of Voyager School and College, Homna campus. At this hour, the team leader, Mr. Wahab, representing banners, he will place his reputation for the motion and he will place his team's stance, and also he will counter the arguments of the opposition. Mr. Wahab, the stage is yours.
Focus on camera.
Thanks, Honorable Moderator, for giving me the floor once again. Honorable Moderator, I will now respond to the questions asked by my esteemed opponent. Honorable Moderator, as my respected opponent asked, can you do anything without resources? Well, I believe resources alone are not enough. It's how you manage them that truly drives development. Countries like Singapore and Japan have prospered the development, while others with abundant resources couldn't prosper. Honorable Moderator, let's move on to the second question. Why are the children in the picture suffering? Well, it's because of poor management. Resources exist but do not reach them due to corruption and inefficiency. Honorable Moderator, let's move on to the third question. Why are they not getting treatment? Well, it's because of mismanagement in healthcare. Resources are wasted or poorly distributed. Finally, Honorable Moderator, I'll now respond to the last question raised by my opponent. Why do these children lack resources? Well, it's mismanagement, not sagacity. Better governance would fix this. Honorable Moderator, ladies and gentlemen, to this question, we see that the main obstacle to economic development is not the lack of resources, but the inefficiency in managing them. Countries like Singapore and Japan have prospered, demonstrated that with the resources that can lead to the prosperation. On the other hand, countries with resources but lacking effective governance are face crisis. So in conclusion, it is the inefficiency in management, not the lack of resources, that is true to economic development. Honorable Moderator, I want to ask some questions to my opponent. Why countries rich in resources like Venezuela still face economic collapse? And if the lack of resources is the main obstacle, then why countries like Singapore and Japan have succeeded with so few resources? Honorable Moderator, I hope I will get my logical answers. Thank you all.
Resolution by and Fahad, the leader. Team balance for the motion. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Now is the turn. Samiatul Farhana. Now is the turn to Samiatul Farhana, the leader of Team March. And I give the motion. Please place your reputation. We are waiting for you.
Moderator for giving me the floor again. I am here again to answer some of the questions that my dear opponents are given. First of all, one of my opposition teammates has asked what will we do with this much wealth and resources when there is no proper management? Okay, let me answer this question. First of all, wealth is not a luxury, it's a necessary. Without the necessary wealth and resources, you don't even have the foundation to manage anything. A manager without resources is like a captain without ships. Honorable moderator, my opposition maintains that lack of resources is a primary obstacle. However, I ask how can management operate efficiently without the necessary tools, infrastructure, and funding? For instance, in many underdeveloped countries, there is a shortage of basic resources like clean water, skilled labor, and energy. In these countries, even the best management strategies cannot drive development. Honorable Moderator, another question asked by my dear opponents was that if lack of resources is the main issue, then why do countries like Singapore and Japan succeeded with so few resources? Okay, let me answer this question. First of all, Japan and Singapore succeeded not because they lack resources, but they economically acquired them. Both nations compensated on natural resource scarcity by heavily investing in human capital, technology, and education. Honorable Moderator, the examples of Japan and Singapore prove one thing, that resources are essential, whether they are natural, financial, or acquired externally. Honorable Moderator, the last question asked by my dear opponents was that why do resources-rich countries like Venezuela still face economic collapse? I will answer this question. First of all, Honorable Moderator, I will just give a quick and logical answer to this question. Corruption and political instability in Venezuela have drained the very resources which are meant for economic development. Honorable Moderator, whatever my dear opponent says, but lack of resources is the main obstacle to economic development, and resources are the foundation to economic development. Honorable Moderator, there is a proverb in Bangla. The proverb says, "Gaach thakle tobe to fol pabe." Here you need a tree to bear the fruit, and resources are the tree. Fortunately, might be the fruit, but without the tree, there is no chance of fruit at all. Honorable Moderator, I hope my dear opponent has gotten the logical answer. So thank you everyone all again.
A recognition by fantastic way by Samiatul Farhana, the leader of Team March, and standing against the motion, really, I'm really bound by the young talents. Your debating is really explosive and constructive, and such a debate is rarely observed. Now we are at the end of the program. We are waiting for our judges' verdicts. We have brilliant judges. They will just declare the result, and I am waiting for them. Thank you.
Respected audience, we are eagerly waiting for the result. In a while, we will get our respected result.